Just moments ago, this man publicly humiliated and fired this woman, calling her a useless piece of shit. What he doesn't know is that he just threw away the one person who can save his entire company. See, the legendary rocket scientist the world's top firms are desperately trying to hire with a $50 million offer. And this all started when the company's billion-dollar rocket was about to explode. The story begins in the command room of the Birkin Space Center. A catastrophic failure alert is flashing for the Aurora 3 rocket, scheduled for launch in minutes. The so-called genius of the team, a woman named Sierra, is panicking. She claims the system has a critical error that can't be fixed. But Cindy, a quiet junior technician, sees the truth. She knows this isn't a system error. Someone deliberately shut down the self-diagnostic system. But when she tries to warn them, she's immediately shut down by Sierra. She's lying, Sierra shouts, accusing Cindy of being jealous of her success and trying to sabotage the launch. Just then, the door bursts open. In struts Kevin Birkin, the owner's arrogant son, who has just taken over while his father is sick. He's a classic nepotism baby who knows nothing about rockets but everything about power. His first act as boss. He spots a hardworking older employee named Rob. "What's your name?" he sneers. "Rob, sir." "Whatever. You're fired. Get out." His reason: he looks and smells like trash. "I won't have my father's company represented by dirtbags." When another senior scientist protests this absurdity, Kevin fires him too, yelling for security to see these two out. His reign of terror continues. He sees Cindy at a workstation, which is actually a diagnostic panel, and accuses her of playing video games. "What the hell is wrong with you?" she asks, shocked. "I'm your new boss, Twinkletoes," he smirks, "and you just got yourself fired." Meanwhile, the countdown for the doomed Aurora 3 has begun. Liftoff, the system announces. Cindy knows if that rocket reaches orbit, it will kill everyone. She tries to rush to the control panel, but Kevin and his cronies mock her. "Nice try, kid. You don't know the first thing about rockets." But then, the alarms blare louder. "What? It's going to blow!" One of the scientists screams. Chaos erupts. An emergency evacuation is ordered. People are running for their lives. But Kevin refuses to leave. "I've spent $1 billion on the Auroras. I'm doing whatever it takes to save her," he bellows, completely clueless about what to do. Amid the panic, Cindy calmly says, "Is that supposed to be hard?" This enrages Kevin's lackeys. "Get out of here, you stupid little brat. This is rocket science, not a mall." Sierra, the fake genius, shoves Cindy away from her station. "Get off my station. You're just a girl, you know nothing about science." But Cindy knows she's the only one who can stop this. With seconds to spare, she pushes them aside and her fingers fly across the keyboard, typing a complex override code she designed herself. Warning, rocket explosion imminent. Countdown commencing. 10, 9, 8. The robotic voice is a death knell. "We're doomed," someone cries. "It's too late to run." Another screams. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Silence. Then, the system announces, ignition terminated. All clear. Cindy did it. She saved every single person in the room. A scientist in awe calls her a miracle. But does she get thanks from the new boss? No. Kevin, furious at being shown up, grabs her. "This pesky little bitch," he seethes. His girlfriend Sierra joins in, sneering, "You were wrong. You are nothing. A joke, a waste of space. This is what happens when you challenge a real genius." They push her to the ground. But Cindy isn't done. She stands up and warns everyone that the danger isn't over. A secondary explosion will hit the command room in 30 seconds. "This bitch is still lying." Kevin screams. Whoever follows her out is immediately fired. But the other scientists, having just witnessed Cindy's genius, don't hesitate. They follow her out as she leads an evacuation. As they escape, a massive explosion rips through the command room they just left. She saved them all. Again. Back in the wreckage, Kevin feels utterly humiliated. Cindy declares she won't be fired by him, as she was hired directly by his father. This pushes Kevin over the edge. "Think you can threaten me, you little bitch? This is my company, and you are nothing." He threatens to kill anyone who defends her. He grabs Cindy, ready to strike her, but she stands her ground and quits. "You'll be blackballed in this whole industry," he screams after her. "Go home and wait for the end." But what Kevin doesn't know is that his world is about to be turned upside down. First, a man named Mr. Ryder, a titan of the industry, is on a desperate search. "Find Cindy," he orders his assistant. "Offer a $50 million annual salary to be our chief scientific advisor." His team quickly discovers her true identity, Cindy Wilson, the most sought-after theoretical rocket scientist in the world, known by the alias C. The very girl they've been searching for 10 years. At the same time, Kevin gets a furious call from the company's board. Word on the street is Glenn Ryder is paying $50 million to hire a science prodigy named C. "Find her, or we will revoke your CEO position." Panicked, Kevin now has to find this mysterious genius. To make matters worse, his own father, Mr. Birkins, calls him. He tells Kevin he must cooperate with a brilliant girl named Cindy, that without her, the company is doomed. But Kevin, blinded by arrogance, makes a fatal mistake. When his father mentions a genius science girl, the scheming Sierra, standing right next to him, immediately chimes in, "That's me." Kevin, a fool in love, believes her. Later, when he's stressing about finding the legendary sea, Sierra wraps her arms around him and says, "While you're looking at her." Kevin is ecstatic. He thinks his gold-digging girlfriend is the $50 million prodigy. He calls his dad, "Dad, I got her, don't worry." Full of confidence, Kevin and Sierra strut through the company. They spot Cindy, now demoted to janitorial duty, cleaning up a mess. "Oh my, Cindy Wilson," Sierra mocks. The girl who thought she had everything, now just a loser. Kevin joins in, bumping into Cindy and spilling her water bucket. "Watch out, you useless piece of shit," he yells. They laugh as they call security to kick this animal out. As Cindy is being dragged away, Kevin's phone rings. It's the board again, and they are furious. Ryder is closing in on C. Find her now. Desperate, Kevin turns to his genius girlfriend. "Okay, Sierra, where is this C? We need to find her." Sierra's face goes pale. The lie is catching up to her. Just then, Mr. Ryder and his assistant burst into the building. "Mr. Ryder, we found her," the assistant says, pointing. "Cindy Wilson. She is C." Ryder, a man who makes billionaires tremble, walks right past the stunned Kevin and Sierra. He approaches the janitor they just had thrown out. He bows deeply. "Miss Wilson," he says with the utmost respect, "I have been searching for you for 10 years. Please, join my team. We are prepared to offer you a $50 million salary and anything else you desire." Kevin's jaw hits the floor. His brain short-circuits. The useless piece of shit, the pesky little bitch, the animal he just had thrown out, is the $50 million genius who holds the key to his survival. And he just told her to go home and wait for the end. Now, it is his end that is waiting.